Okay, so now we're in the editing portion of this. We imported our media and we have everything we need to get started on this project. First, we're going to make sure that our timeline is correct resolution. So we're going to go to File, Project Settings, and here it says 3840 by 2160. That's 4K. We're just going to go to 1920 by 1080. And we're going to come back to the screen as well, but that's later on. We're going to hit Save. So now we're in 1080p, which is great because that's what our video is. Here's our podcast. We double-clicked our media. We heard it. It sounds a little quiet, but we'll fix that later in the audio. We're going to drag it down here to the timeline. We're going to leave a little space for our intro video. And we can fix the empty gaps in a minute. Now we have our video showing, and we can use this full extent zoom so we can see everything that's going on. This is our whole podcast. But now we're going to bring in our intro video, and that's going to be right here. We can listen to that. All right, we're going to drag that into the beginning. So now we have the intro video. Oh, it's a bit loud. I don't want to blow your ears. The intro video plays. And this is the timeline here at the bottom. This is where everything happens. I'm scrolling along. And then the podcast. I'm zooming out with this plus and minus. That lets you zoom in and out of the timeline. So now let's get rid of this blank gap and the space between the podcasts. We're going to come to our blade edit mode. And this lets you cut the video segments. So let's just make a cut kind of where the music fades off. So I'm going to zoom in. And I think right here is good. So I'm going to cut it right there. I just clicked it. And I'm using the side of the mouse, this side wheel, to scroll left and right on the timeline. And we're going to come to the video.
I hear so much rap.
And it doesn't look like they're starting yet. So let's find out where they start. There's me. Keep going, keep going. All right, this looks like it's the beginning.
Okay. And now welcome back to the...
All right. So the spacebar is the pause and play button, so you can just press that when you need to. And you can use the arrow keys to go one frame back and one frame forward, and you can just press it as many times as you want. So now I'm going to come back to this zoom. I'm going to zoom in. And if you hold shift and this wheel right here where my pointer finger is, it'll widen up. And we still have the blade edit tool because we're going to cut the beginning of this podcast to right where he talks. And you want to make sure this magnet right here, the snapping tool is enabled. It should just like be white, and along with this keychain. That means it's linked to the audio and video, and you're not going to mismatch the words having before the mouth or anything weird. So it looks like it starts right here, and we're going to cut it right there. I just clicked it. And now we're going to come back to our selection mode, which is the shortcut P if you want to do that. And that lets us highlight things again. We're going to delete this now Let me zoom out. You can't see it, but the intro video is like 5 seconds long over here in the beginning. But that's where it is. So now we're going to delete this segment so we can hit the backspace. And now we have all this empty space, and then our intro is right there in the little sliver. Or we can click this and we can hold Shift and hit the backspace button, and it brings our video to where we cut it off and deletes it. We're also going to delete this tail end of the video as well. So I'm going to Shift Delete. On this little extra space, you can just drag your video over. So now let's see how that looks. The spacebar once again to play.
And welcome back to the 2-Hour Lunch Break Podcast.
There's a bit too much of a pause before Zeus starts talking. So let's go back to our blade tool. And we're going to cut it right there. So this is the audio forms of like the music, the voice, the audio. And we're going to cut it right at the start. And see how it's highlighted? We're going to Shift, backspace again, and now it cut right there. So let's take it from the top, see how that sounds.
And welcome back to the 2-Hour Lunch Break Podcast.
Let's keep it looking cool. I'm gonna get rid of this empty space so that way it's all thriller, no filler.
And welcome back to the 2-Hour Lunch Break Podcast.
Awesome. So now our intro video is cut and we have our podcast coming in right after it. It does look a little weird, like there's no transition. So we're going to do that next.